it's your girl. I am back again with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today we are going to have a lot of fun. We are going to learn about how long does bad credit last. Yes, we are going to talk about the length of bad credit, how long it stays in your credit report, what to do if you cannot seem to repair it yourself. Guys, I am so excited you guys are back again. You know I am the craziest, silliest person in the world. What do y'all think about this costume? I think this costume goes great with this title. What's the title? How long does bad credit last? Okay, well this costume represents, well it doesn't represent purity. It represents something that is not so great, right? So let's go ahead and talk about how long negative items are going to be on your credit report. All right, so first of all, let's talk about negative credit items that's on your credit report that will stay on there for about 7 to 10 years, depending on the type of collection that it is. All right, guys, you all go out there and do things and you don't think about the consequences that come along with bad debt. You can't go out and get something and then decide, oh, you know what, I don't want it anymore, so I'm just not going to pay for it. It doesn't work like that. There are some things in your credit report, depending on what it is, can stay on your credit report for a few years or even a lifetime. Okay? A lifetime, guys. There are banks out there, there are collection companies out there, they are finding all kind of ways to make you guys pay these collections off. So what do? So here's the thing, guys. Don't worry. I have some great news for you guys. Negative items carry less weight in credit scoring formulas as they age. Let's take the credit score killer, bankruptcy. Okay? So you guys know bankruptcy is the number one thing that will kill your score, that will kill anything that you're trying to do. Number one, bankruptcies can remain on your credit report up to 10 years. However, as long as a person doesn't have any new negative items hit their credit profile, their credit score could improve over time. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat that. Once you get bad credit and you decide, you know what, I'm going to stop, destroying my credit, because a lot of people, once they start getting bad credit, they keep going. Like they keep the momentum going. And I want you to stop, because once you get one bad thing on your credit report, it doesn't mean that's the end of the road. That means stop, pause, reflect. Stop and reflect. That's something that we need to do. You don't keep going and say, well, my credit is already bad, so I might as well just let it go to the worst. No. If you make one bad decision and you make one bad choice, it's okay. One thing I love about credit is you get to keep going. The longer that negative item is on your credit report, the less weight it carries. Okay? All right. So if you start instituting healthy credit habits like making on-time loan payments, keeping your balances low, your score will continue to increase. And that one negative item will not continue to affect you. So, positive information on your credit report will remain up to 10 years. When the account is open, they will keep reporting positive information. What they are doing now is, if you are not using your positive accounts legally, they don't have to report it. Okay? They have the right not to report your information if you are not using your credit. Believe it or not, everything there is a fee. Okay? So creditors have to pay money to report. So if you're not spending any money, why are they going to spend money to report anything about you, whether it's good, especially if it's good? They only really want to report when it's bad. So if you have a good credit reporting history with the credit card company and you are not using that credit card legally, they don't have to report. Okay? All right, guys. The Fair Credit Reporting Act explains the limits on reporting the different kinds of derogatory marks. Though some of these limits also vary according to the state. So each state can represent how long an item can remain on a credit report. So it gets a little tricky because one state may say one thing and one state may say another thing. So you really do honestly have to check your laws. If you really want to know like the legality of everything, go and check the laws of your state. All right? Let's talk about how long late payments have the right to stay on your credit report. Late payments can stay on your credit report for 7 years. Late payments can be reported as long as 7 years from when the delinquency occurred. Let's say you've missed a credit card payment several years ago and you still use that credit card. You also make your payments on time after that past late payment. Once that late payment is 7 years old, the delinquency generally can't be included in the history of that account on your credit report. So guys, I always tell you that you need to make sure that you're writing down and you have your papers and pens when I'm going over all of this good information. I just gave you a tip. So if you didn't get it, go back and rewind it and write that down. That's some really good knowledgeable information for you to know. These are the things that you can use to dispute and get things off your credit report. Let's talk about how long charge-off stays in your credit report. That is another account that can stay in your credit report for 7 years. Okay? Accounts you did not pay, like a charge-off account or an installment loan, can stay on your credit report for 7 years from the date that the debt was charged off. That's a long time, guys. You see, keep in mind that a creditor writing off your unpaid debt as a loan doesn't mean you don't owe the debt. Okay? The creditor may sell your charge-off debt to a collection agency, which I'm thinking about buying one because they buy it on like for pennies. And some of these collection agencies take on that new debt and they get all the money for it. So they'll buy like a $500 collection for maybe like $200. Not $200. That's too much. Maybe like $10, right? And then their goal is to get you guys to pay it. And a lot of times you guys are trying to buy houses and get cars. So you guys will pay it. So let's not get our items into collections, okay? Foreclosures and short sales. That's another thing that can stay on your credit for 7 years. Today, I'm just going over all of the things that affects our credit in negative ways. Foreclosures. That's another one that can stay on your credit for 7 years. Short sales, foreclosures, those are things that can stay on your credit report for 7 years. Now, hard inquiries, those are one of the things that people talk about so much. Hard inquiries are on your credit report for 2 years. Here's the thing about an inquiry. An inquiry doesn't really hold that much weight, doesn't really hold that much value, so please stop putting so much stock into it. There are 2 different types of inquiries. We have a hard inquiry that hurts your credit score, and we have a soft inquiry. And it is an account that is reviewed by your current credit card issuer that won't harm your credit card, okay? That will not harm your credit score. Hard inquiries occur when you apply for like a credit card, a new car, a home. They're evaluating your application to see if you can get approved, okay? A hard inquiry will hurt your credit score, but it will not last that long. And it only remains in your credit report for 2 years. And it is only affected for 12 months after it happens. So even though it's going to be in your credit report for 2 years, guys, that inquiry really does not affect you. If you're buying a car and you want to buy a car and you want to pull your credit for 25 times, do it. I'm a big believer, but if you pull, I am a firm believer that I am for the best deal. So if you want to get the best deal, absolutely pull your credit 25,000 times to get the best deal. All right? Collection accounts stay on your credit report for 7.5 years. That is correct. A collection account can stay on your credit report for 7 years plus additional 180 days from the date of the delinquency. Okay? So they can stay on there. And what they can do is they can keep selling it. So do not let these collection agencies and these debts and all of these different things that we create for ourselves be the reason why we cannot push through and persevere and get the things that we need to get. Okay, guys? Now, I want you guys to understand, just because you have gotten bad credit and you have made bad decisions, it doesn't mean that you cannot move forward. Okay? I see a lot of evictions. I see a lot of credit collections. I see a lot of medical bills. The first thing that you want to do when you are trying to repair your credit, guys, is I need you to pull a copy of your credit report and just take some time and go over it. Make some time for yourself. Your credit is a true representation of who you are. This is not bye-bye forever. This is only bye-bye for now. I am so happy to see you guys. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I need you guys to go ahead and subscribe. And with that mask on, thank you guys. Until next time.